I sure did. I had a nice Greek lunch. Yeah, it was good. Gyro hummus. Really be kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Really good. I really enjoyed it. What are you talking about, Joseph? What are you kicking it about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was good food. That's the best probably gyro and hummus I've ever had anywhere. Excuse me. They make it every day. I knew a place in Michigan. Hell, I ate there for 25 years. Then they sold out about 15 years ago. Ann Arbor. And that's really the only place where I know they actually made them. You know, instead of ordered them through a third-party food vendor. Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. I sure will. Yeah, it's a beautiful truck, man. It's a nice guy too. Yeah, food is so good at that place. It just makes me want to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, excuse me. Hey, Mary. Let's get a nice sundown. Gordon Lightfoot. Heading back from Augusta. Just kicking it as good as I can. I just be kicking it. Nice. It's 52 degrees. It's gonna get cold tonight. It got cold last night, like 32, I think. Birds are really going through the seed like crazy. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Good day to go, Sunday. Is there much traffic? Hey, Boo, how you doing? How's it going? You kicking it? Oh, good. I got a new blade for Daisy's clippers. As soon as these next couple days uh, warm up, I'm going to cut her hair down. I cut a little bit of the front lawn today. It's starting to grow. Spring's arrived. Oh yeah, you got it, Joseph. That's it. I just kick it, you know what I'm saying? Now I got this damn PET scan cancer bullshit out of the way. But man, this upper GI is a bigger problem. You know, honestly, I think if I get this stuff figured out, I might have never been depressed, to tell you the truth. This shit has been with me a long time. I've been to places, I get an upper GI, they don't find anything. At least this place, they're going to take a biopsy, and I'm doing this like you got to blow in these 5 tubes and mail it off. And I have a upper GI scheduled at a new place, but it's not till April 29th. I hope I don't have to wait that long. But I don't feel good a lot of the times, man. I thought it was depression, but I think if I got this GI bullshit, as it turns out, I've been researching this. There's like a million things I could have: a bacterial infection, an ulcer, irritable bowel syndrome. I don't think I have that. No, I don't. There's water all over the place. It's everywhere. I do in the summer, but I don't in the winter. I was just, I put a place where the horses could drink water. I had a line run out to the road, and I was talking to a lady today. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do that because I didn't really want to fill up a big tub. It gets stagnant really quick. I didn't really want to run electric to it. She told me just put a sign there in a 5-gallon bucket. When they're done drinking it, they can empty it and the next person can fill it up. And I thought, well, that's a good idea. Hi, Daisy. Daisy said, that's a good idea. Come on over here. Come on over here. Come on. Come on over here. Come on. Come on. I rolled down the window for you. Come on over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Atta girl. Good girl. Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, but at least they're doing something. Some kind of pylori test or some shit where you breathe into these tubes and you put the cap on it and you mail it off. At least they're doing some more things rather than say, oh, we didn't find anything. Oh, thank you, Joseph. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. I mean, I've tried all sorts of stuff too, like cutting out lactose, more fiber, drink more water, quit eating meat, knock off acidy foods, quit drinking coffee, knock off the booze. Nothing really got rid of it. So because of that, I just keep doing it. Fuck it. Why are you going to quit drinking booze if you feel just the same when you don't? That's my logic. I'm going to go on a TED Talk. I'm going to say, hey, people, when you're not feeling good and you eliminate things from your diet, go back to doing it again, you dumbass. Yeah, pylori. Maybe I have that. At least they fucking brought it up. The last fucking idiot didn't say anything. No suggestions, nothing. He's gonna get a piece of my goddamn mind if that's what I have. Hey, look, there's a rainbow. A slight rainbow. Pylori. I never even heard of it. Oh, good for you. Yeah, thank you. I hope I do too. I mean, it really affects my life. I mean, I get shit down, but it's all like limp-dicked, half-assed. I mean, if I felt just slightly better, I wouldn't, slightly worse, I wouldn't do anything. No shit. I'm always on the cusp of not doing shit any day of the week. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, here's some flashers down the road. They have so many wrecks on this road, it's unbelievable. I mean, this is a real drag race. All the time. Constantly. I-20. Every fucking dope dealer in the world drives down here. These cops don't even fuck with you until you're doing 20 over. That's how bad it is. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy, man. Yeah, it looks like a fire truck on an overpass. No, maybe it's an ambulance. Oh, he's moving too. Ambulance. Oh, Daisy, yeah, she's hitting the highway. Daisy loves looking out the window like that. Looking in the mirror. Daisy uses a mirror to see what's behind us. Hey Gina, how you doing? Hey, Jeff, you get into the Doors at all? Hey, why don't you go on Mark Kropka's show and you, Bimbo, and Mark Kropka? You know, I have those things now where like people from all over the world can like play a song at the same time. It's kind of like a StreamYard only in music. You guys could really break out and make some crazy money. I just went and bought some. I found a new bookstore. I'd say it's mediocre, a lot of junk. Reminds me of a Tijuana flea market, but I got a few good books. I mean, some books were like okay, other ones were fucking ridiculous. So I just had a lunch, coffee, took a few photos. That's about it. Just be kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Fed the birds before I left. You know, there's birds here, down here now that are going to where you live, making their way. I've been getting a lot of pine siskins. Now, I remember reading articles in Michigan. They didn't want you feeding them because they said they spread Pseudomonas. But I've been getting a lot of those. They're pretty little birds. We get a lot of house finches. They're heading north. Probably not yet, but soon. You know, we got 2 days of cold weather. I've read articles before where birds are migrating. It's a little early right now. When birds are migrating, if it's cold and they get a day or two of like super cold, they'll turn around and head back south. No, not in Detroit. No, I don't live around there anymore. Nope. I'm gonna be doing more of that, but I'm just like trying to get into a house and you know, but I will be doing that in Chattanooga, Knoxville, places like that, Nashville. I did the homeless for a while, but to be honest with you, I'm just not into it that much. I moved. Hey, Ray. Just be kicking it, you know what I'm saying? I ran into my neighbor today at the gas station. He said a big possum tore one of his chicken's legs off. He's going to shoot it if he sees it. Yeah, I like doing them too. I don't really like doing the homeless interviews that much. I mean, I do them, but I don't really like it that much. That's why I haven't been doing them. I don't think I'm going to do them anymore. I see them, I give them money, and I don't interview them. It just doesn't really interest me. I mean, it sucks they're homeless, but yeah, I got an F-150 pickup. I've already put 40,000 miles on it. I haven't even had it a year. I missed my Astrovan. I was looking when I was up in northern North Dakota, Antler, North Dakota, 3 years ago. And I saw the Astrovan. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm not going to, but I mean, really, I've kind of tapped that out, you know? I mean, there's nothing new to find out. You know, I mean, that's why I haven't and I didn't. It just seems like you're going back on to like get people to, you know, I'm not into this view bullshit and this subscriber crap. So with that in mind, it doesn't make sense for me to go back and interview someone that has their own channel that you already know everything about. I mean, for what? Oh yeah, I worked at a wildlife rehab thing for a while. We had a skunk crawl under a thing of crows rehabbing. He ate every damn one of them. We don't have too many skunks down here. I mean, I've smelled them a couple times, but I've never seen one. It's one of these other jack-offs in the left lane. Yeah, playing for change. Yeah, you should do that, Jeff. No, they have their own channel. She does okay. I mean, I talk to her from time to time, but there's nothing new, you know. They changed one of these filters on this fucking phone when you do these lives. And what happens is like they had a setting where you could make it look like it did if you were here, and they eliminated that setting. It's just not as good anymore. It washes everything out. They have all these other stupid settings like 8mm, making it look like an old movie, and it's like, for what? How about one that just makes it look like it does if you were here? Plus, that area down in Detroit changed quite a bit. It had already, COVID really got the ball rolling, and it never quite came back from that. The cops were cracking down for a while. It's just Michigan Avenue changed. Yeah, nothing lasts forever. I do that. You know, I just don't want to like force things. You know, that was really a cool time when I started that and did it. Didn't know anything. And then you learn things and things changed. And like anything else, it's not the same as it was, and you were lucky to experience the time that you did. And it got dangerous down there too. Too many people recognized me. Crazy cops. It just didn't make any sense to go there anymore. I'm in Thompson, Georgia. I like it down here, down south. It's a lot different. Like a lot of new things to learn and go to. I really love Athens. I can go to Atlanta for a big convention. Athens, you know, is a college town. I go down to Macon. I went to Florida a couple weeks ago. You know, I like it. I don't really like the hot weather that much, but I love the wildlife. Birds down here, it's like crazy amount of birds. Yeah, I moved. Excuse me, I moved 2 years ago. I just built a new house. Mary, are you and your daughter going to come down and visit? You could make it down here in about 16 hours. Yeah, it's really cool. I don't have the electric turned on yet. There's a few things. Actually, I got to go over there tomorrow and look through it. There's, a punch list for things that aren't done. Plant some grass and stuff like that. Yeah, you could just come down here and like hang out, do your own thing, come and go. Does your friend still live in Athens? I think she moved, didn't she? Didn't she like get a job somewhere? Oh, excuse me. You could just sit and like read. Try to like force yourself to just take a total relaxation type vacation. You come down here, there's no noise, there's no light pollution. You just open these huge, if you look at those photos I take at the front of the house, you get an idea how big those windows are. It was all designed to have the windows open with pouring rain. Just lay in bed and like read, party. Oh, friendly stalkers. Yeah, I got a lot of those. Oh, is she still around there or is she gone? I bet she went to a lot of places I go to. She probably knows about it. This is the sundown. Gordon Lightfoot. These PhDs and these doctorates, in a lot of cases, are a waste of fucking time. I have friends of mine who have a niece that just got her master's from Columbia. Well, I shouldn't say just got it. She got it 2 years ago in journalism, which is supposedly a big fucking deal. Yeah, just ask Columbia. She's working at a Starbucks part-time and hasn't had one interview. Oh, good for her. What type work? Freelance and doing what? Petoskey's too busy. I don't really like it there that much. Summertime, you can't even get downtown. Sundown. It's a beautiful sunset. If I had that old setting, you could see it better. It pisses me off. I don't have it anymore. Motherfuckers. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Did she ever get back down to Georgia? I don't know of anybody. Georgia really seems to have a great reputation. I mean, so many people are so happy they went there. It's a typical college town. It reminds you of Ann Arbor a lot. Like really friendly people, a lot of diversity and food. Only bitch about that place is the traffic, and it's poorly designed. If you look at Athens, it's basically a big circle, and 127,000 people live there, but God knows how many people work there. When you go to Athens, it's surprising to me where these people drive from to work there, but the traffic there sucks. Hey, Mark. I think I get lobster tails. Lobster tails. king crab legs. Good, how you doing? But I like Athens. I enjoy going up there. It's a beautiful drive there. You know, I take those. That's why I video them. It's like a nice country drive most of the way. Either way I go, up through Watkinsville, cut through Greenville. If I cut through Madison, I go through my way, cut through Crawford, Lexington. It's just beautiful Georgia country. Sundown, beautiful sundown. Crystal clear skies here, no industry. Just beautiful stars. Mary, when you come down here, I'm going to sing Starry, Starry Night to you. Starting to lose interest in that UFC too. Those cards aren't anywhere near exciting as they used to be. It's not worth 90 bucks. I'm about to the point too where I'm not gonna like be paying these crazy hotel rates. About $250 is the most I'm paying a night. That's it. I was thinking of going to Niagara Falls. They got a Embassy Suites there where you can get a nice room and look at the falls, both sides. Like, you know, 20 stories up. It's not fuck, yeah, it's like fucking $500 a night. I'm not paying that. Even on a deal. I was gonna go downtown Atlanta. You know, get the traffic, sunrise, sunset. Like $450 a night. Fuck that. It's not worth it. I can see why these conventions offer like deals, because if you didn't, nobody's showing up for the damn thing. That Florida is about as much as I'm paying for a hotel. It just gets where it's not worth it. If you take a trip, like if you want to go out west or something, I'm warning you, man, it's worse. And they're filled up early. It's not like the old days where you just be tired driving. Oh, let's get a hotel. You go in there, it's like, yeah, how much a room? That's $69. Oh, that's no big deal. Okay. Now I don't care where you're at. It's like 175. That kind of bullshit. Tuna hoggy. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Really, roast pork? Well, I'd like to know what they did to that to make that want to be your last meal. Pork really isn't that great, I don't think. It's a cheap meat, easy to cook. It's cheap compared to red meat. There used to be a good place in Ann Arbor, Izzy's, Izzzys, and that went to hell, COVID. Same with Captain Nemo's in Romulus. Went there for 45 years. That COVID wrecked that place too, never been the same. Weird hours, food's not as good, blah, blah, blah. That fucking COVID really wrecked a lot of shit. Never came back. Oh, no kidding, huh? Yeah. Was it? Did they do anything special to the pork? I mean, you can buy like if you get it on sale, you can buy 23 pounds of pork butt for $25 on the super sale. Usually around 30, about $1.50 a pound. I just don't like pork that much. I mean, I'll eat it, but like that's why you'll notice. That's why I think there's high profit Mexican. You know, Marty says, you ever think of like opening up a little restaurant, a smoking place, food trucks? Like, yeah, I thought about it. I said, well, how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it to make money, or do you want it to do it have good food? Because it's hard to do both. He said, well, how about if you want to make money? Well, I don't think I could get motivated just to make money. Really be interested in it. But if I did, I'd go with good all beef hot dogs, pork. I wouldn't have a red meat thing on the menu. There's no money in it. Sweet corn, you know, you roast your own sweet corn. Shit like that. And I'd go with shrimp too. Shrimp's cheap if you know where to get it. I'd go to Brunswick and I'd get Brunswick, Georgia, and buy them right off the boat, 50 pounds, and freeze it. I'd have like killer shrimps, great hot dogs, good fries too, home cut fries, blanched. I may do some chicken sandwiches, only they'd be brined. Just all like top-notch shit. But if I did what I wanted to do, I'd have lobster tails, brisket, ribeye, broiled salmon. There's no fucking money in it. You could kill it with a food truck selling pork. Just pork. Don't fuck with anything else. Have all these different kinds of things you can season it with. And smoke it too. Pork is a piece of cake to smoke compared to red meat. And you really can't do anything wrong. Just throw it in there and come back 10 hours later. If it gets high, no problem. If it gets low, it gets no problem. You only got to cook it to like 159. Have all this stuff to put on it. You'd make a killing $8-9 a sandwich. Shit, man. They'd think it's the best pork they ever had in their life. Slice it right off the thing while they watch. Yeah, no, you can see that's what they do with a lot of pork. You gotta do something like that with it, or it's not that good. You gotta pull it. You can't shred it. It's a difference. Yeah, you gotta. That's why the Asians use it a lot. Pork belly. It's in a lot of dishes. You know, pork belly. The pork belly's like heavy and fat. Yeah, I can tell you one thing about chicken wings. I know, even though you got a pellet smoker, they burn and they cook really quickly. Yeah, they do. Compared to all that other stuff, you got to keep your eyes on those damn chicken wings. You know, if you think about it, there's not too much depth. I'll tell you another thing that you can make a mistake on chicken wings is over seasoning them. You know, if you've got a big old 10-pound brisket and you season it, well, you got a light dusting of season all over the outside of a big 10-pound piece of meat. So when you slice it, that seasoning is just on the very outside, right? But you got a big ass piece of meat, 99% of it doesn't have any seasoning on it, just has the smoke. But a lot of times, if you go to somebody's house and they haven't done much with chicken wings, they over season them because, you know, there's no meat to them really. And here you got seasoning all over the whole damn thing. And it's too much seasoning for a small piece of meat. You're better off just dusting the top. Yeah, they're easy to ruin. You'll be like used to smoking other things. You'll come back to check on your chicken wings and they're all like nothing. Just incinerated. Yeah, seriously, man. I wrecked the first, I knew that and I still wrecked it. I'd say I wrecked probably the first 3 orders. And every time I went back there, I thought, God damn it, man. I knew this was going to happen, and I still burned them. Yeah, they cook really super quick. But if you think about it, it makes sense because there's no meat. There's nothing to it. It's a thin piece of meat, getting incinerated in the smoker. It's not much to it, and they cook very fast. I learned over seasoning too with that pork belly. It's like a bacon slab size of meat. And one time I sliced it and, seasoned both sides. It was just too much seasoning. Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing too. I know this, not from what I've done, but I know a couple guys. Marty used to own a chain to chicken wing restaurants. And there's a huge difference between frozen and unfrozen chicken wings when you smoke them. Even deep fry them. There's a way you can tell on the bone, a darkness, whether they've been frozen or not. But everybody knows that generally, a lot of things are better never frozen. But it's super critical with chicken wings. For some reason. Yeah, see, I like dry rub. I like crispy chicken wings and dipping my stuff in either shaken dry rub on it or dipping it in some good hot sauce. Oh, good. Yeah, that's good. See, that's another thing, too. Here's another trick, too. You probably know this already, though. There's a huge difference between letting the chicken wings, any meat really, come up to room temperature before you put them in the smoker. It's a huge difference. There's a whole nother chemical reaction that takes place when the meat is. And that's another thing that'll get you. I see people, they'll smoke things and the meat's cold. And when you're smoking it like from 70, oh, another thing about chicken wings too, you will dry them out like hell. Dry out cider vinegar. But once again, it's a chemical reaction. It doesn't. It works perfect on smoking chicken wings. Just constantly be spraying them. Or they'll be dry. Good. Yeah, they'll probably be really good. Does she have a digital thermometer? That's another thing too. If you don't use a digital thermometer and you're eyeballing them, it's almost impossible to tell if they're done or not. That's why most people that smoke things that don't use a digital thermometer, they overcook them. Because in their mind, they're scared to death they're going to pull a piece of meat out that's not done, which would turn off anybody. So they overcook them. I've actually been at people's house before that were cooking food, and I have brought my own damn digital thermometer just to check it when they were cooking. It's like, hey, would you mind if I check the temperature of these wings? It's like, no, go ahead. Wash it off, all sterile. Fucking temperature be 230 degrees on a chicken wing, and I already know they're going to be dried out up the ass. They overcook the shit out of them. Oh yeah, good. Yeah, that's digital thermometer is huge. Big time. Now I've got two of them. If I'm cooking something like pork or ribeye I will tell you another thing too in a smoker. Smoked chuck steak. Fuck brisket, man. You got to pay attention to that cheap ass, tough ass meat. Chuck steak's only about another 50 cents a pound. It's got way more fat, and you don't need to babysit it. And it tastes way better. Chuck steak. That's what they do in Texas. Yeah, it's way better. And like I said, you don't need to the big trick on that brisket is 160 to 180 as slow as you can. It takes fucking forever to cook a damn 15-pound brisket at 2 1/4. Yeah, way better. Chuck roast. chuck roast. Sometimes $1 a pound more, a big deal. You know, you got a 15 pound, 15 more bucks. It's 1,000 times moisture. It doesn't dry out, and you don't need to baby it for eternity. But if you get people that, you know, oh, I want brisket, it's like, all right. But when you go out to Texas, they have those places all over. They actually, you'll go in there and they'll have all these meats, chickens, all this bullshit. And nothing says brisket. It's like beef. It's like, what the fuck, man? I thought you guys were like the smoking capital of the world. And then I finally, you know, I went out there last August. I went to every one I could, and I asked them, it's like, why aren't you calling this brisket? It's because it's not brisket. It's like, why don't you cook brisket? It's because we get chuck roast for the same price. You know, they're buying a lot of it. It's like, aha, makes sense. Way better cut of meat. No, it's way better. You'll notice a huge difference. And people that know nothing about smoking, and you just say, hey, I smoked this meat, and they're going to think it's brisket. But if you don't say anything and they don't ask, they'll say, it's the best brisket I've ever had. Well, you know what? It's not brisket. It's better than brisket. Brisket used to be cheap. It's not anymore. It's not anymore. It's $10, $11 a pound. It's crazy. Hey, tell your wife too. I did this. You know, you get lazy. You just want to cook something. Use those injectors too. And when I inject like a big 15-pound piece of meat, I do it like 3 or 4 times throughout the smoking. It keeps it so moist, and you're not going to get any more smoke flavor after 2 hours. You know what else I do? Finish it off in the oven. Smoke it for 2 hours, bring it inside, put it at 2 1/4, and you'll have the most tenderest, moist. Plus, when you have it in the oven, you can put pans of water, but when you're injecting it, you really don't need to. And another thing too, you probably know this already, but there's a lot to that resting meat. I wrap mine up in aluminum foil paper and a couple bath towels and put it in a cooler, let it sit for an hour, just like melt in your mouth. Oh yeah, I bet that was good. Yep. Bet it was good. Well, when this buffers, you guys, it'll be tits up. Thanks for riding with me. Yeah, I really like smoking food. I'll tell you where you can, I don't know where you live, but I get the best deals on smoked wood at Walmart. They got these boxes of hickory, 1.5 cubic feet for $16. There's no way you can beat that. Or if you have an Academy Sports near you. Oh, good for you. There's a lot of good videos on YouTube. I mean, I like doing it. I have fun doing it, but I think I'd almost